here. We got Head Coach Thomas Hammock, Ray Thomas, Gavin Williams. Coach, start us off with a statement about today's game.
Yeah, no, great win for our seniors. To extend the season, that's a big deal. We have a big-time development program already schedule set after the season to get guys developed. But one thing I can say about our kids and our program, we have gotten incrementally more consistent. And when I say that, I mean from the preparation to the practice habits to the mentality. You know, as you look at this season, you know, if we protect the ball better, we may get some different outcomes. But what I see on the practice field is a group of guys that are anxious to get better. And I think when you have that type of mindset, you close the gap on inconsistencies in play. And tonight was a tough weather conditions, tough elements. I thought we handled it for the most part. You know, when you play a game like this, you got to have a great defense, which we do. You have to have a good running game, which we do. And those two things played a key part. Now, there's a lot of things we can clean up. We definitely have to clean up our special teams, our specialists, the operation. All those things matter in a game like this. Obviously, it didn't come down to, you know, it didn't hurt us. But certainly we have to shore up those situations from a situational standpoint to continue to get better.
Questions?
You talk about being bowl eligible now.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great thing for our players, knowing that, you know, our season is extended. But also, I think it's a great thing for our program. We got a lot of really good young football players in our program, and the more time that you can have to develop those guys and give them more practice time, the better they'll be going into next season. So it's obviously a great thing for our seniors, but also a bridge in the transition going into next season. And so we're going to develop those guys as best as possible to get them ahead for spring ball.
Ray, I know you spent a little bit of time on the sideline this year, but this evening you had 2 sacks. So how did it feel to get back out there and get back to your old self?
I mean, it felt great. You know, I was just trying to extend the season for the seniors and make sure we had a chance to play in a bowl game.
Trayvon, what was it like getting your first collegiate? I know you had some 2-point conversion passes, but having your first touchdown, especially because you came close to Notre Dame too, right?
Yeah, it felt great. I knew I had to make up for the Notre Dame one, so I was telling Hammock, you know, don't give up on me on that one. But it felt amazing, you know. Dane, I told him I got him. It was Dane against Notre Dame too, so I knew I had to make up for it.
Coach, can you talk about the 3 big plays that really were the difference, involving Randolph twice and then Williams with the long run?
Yeah, no, I think for us to be what we want to be, we have to, you know, make explosive plays, and we did that tonight. Trayvon with the run, and then obviously the pass, and then Gavin with the run down the sidelines. Those things help our offense and creates energy and momentum, and you know, really like the way those guys played.
Yeah, and go through that scoring run there. Also seems like it came at a pretty opportune time for you guys too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've practiced that play a lot, and you know, that was probably the cleanest look that we've had, and you know, those opportunities don't come around often, so it was really just trying to make the most of it and not, you know, coming up short, because I wasn't trying to go to the sideline and have Coach Ham get after me for not scoring. So, you know, I had to you know, take off and go get in the end zone. But it was it's a great opportunity. I had 2 great blocks out there by Tavis and Justin, and you know, great opportunity to go out there, and thankful for those boys.
Ray, could you talk a little bit about what was working on the defensive side of the ball? You hold Akron to 50 yards rushing, and that quarterback gets about 30% completion. Just what was working for you guys?
I mean, we just fed off of each other's energy. One guy makes a play, everyone's talking to him, hey, let's go, let's make another one. And we just continued to feed off the energy, and from there, we just played how we play.
Coach, what did you see kind of change for you guys offensively after that first half? You know, 23 points turned to 74 yards, and then I think it was like 35, 40 yards in the third quarter, and it was looking the same until Gavin's run there. What did you see kind of shift?
Yeah, no, I thought, you know, we were moving the ball, and then, you know, we'll have a drop or we'll won't convert on the third down. You know, we was 2 of 12 on third down. I think that was a major factor. we've been good all year. I think we was 45% going into the game on third down, and we just wasn't, efficient on third down or well enough on third down today to stay on the field. So we got to clean that up. Obviously, it's a short week, but, there's a lot of things we can clean up between now and Tuesday night.
Talk about Nicole, now the final 2 games now prior to the bowl game. I mean, what are we going to get accomplished with those 2 games?
No, we want to win. So, we're going to put everything into it. Obviously, we know next week is a trophy game, the Mallory Cup, and I think that's a big deal for both programs. Obviously, Coach Mallory coached at Miami, Ohio, coached here. Coach Novak played at Miami, Ohio, coached at Miami, Ohio, coached here. So he already texted me, big game next week. And so, that's a tremendous trophy and against a really good football team. So, we got to play our best football.
Kevin, this one's for you guys. When you see the weather like this, and especially when your O-line sees the weather like this, do they get a little bit more excited because they know that they're just going to be running downhill all night?
Yeah, but I feel like, going into it, our mindset doesn't change. We're a team that runs the ball, and I don't feel like, the weather would, necessarily dictate if we're going to run more or run less. I feel like it's more of just taking each play for what it is and, trusting the people beside you and, those big boys up front to move people out of the way to give us an opportunity to get some yards. And, I feel like we had to, like Coach Ham always says, you have to create your own energy. So I feel like just the running game in general was, in the first half, it's raining, it's downpouring, it's going to be hard to catch the ball. And, they're probably going to have to lean on the run game a little bit more. So you just have to take pride in that and, go out there and try to execute as best as you can and, keep getting first downs and keep moving the chains.
And Trayvon, I know you've taken a bigger role in the passing game this past few weeks. What does it mean for you to have this team trust you to take that snap on the run you have or take that shot downfield tonight?
It feels amazing. I built the trust with Coach Ham and Coach B on the offensive coordinator just so they understand, I'm here to help however I can. If I got to throw, block, run, I'm just here to do my part and help us get wins. So them trusting me so much and me having a bigger role for the team, I love it just because, I just love helping us win.
Did you have to adjust your play calling a little bit, Coach, with the rain and the wind and everything?
It was a factor. I'm still cold right now, so it was certainly a factor. I'm getting old. I used to be out there with no shirt on. I'm still freezing, but it was a factor. Obviously, we put rain gloves on the young men. Those work better. Happy our administration got us some rain gloves because they certainly work a lot better than the normal gloves. But we got to manage it better. I think next week is rain in the forecast. I look a week ahead. It's rain in the forecast for Miami, Ohio. So similar conditions, and so we got to handle a little bit better the next week.
Coach, I know you mentioned you did want to clean some things up on special teams, but you did have a blocked punt that set up a score early, and you also had several punts that were down inside the 10. Just speak of some of the good plays you saw.
Yeah, no, we flipped the field. Certainly that's a big positive. With the way our defense is playing to make those guys go 99 yards or 94 yards on the second one. But it's still so much more we need to be able to do and execute. And so, we'll work on that this weekend, put ourselves in position because Miami of Ohio is really excellent on special teams, and we got to be able to match their intensity on that unit.
Trayvon, what's it mean to be bowl eligible for you guys?
Feels amazing. I don't think we had a back-to-back bowl eligible probably in a minute. So, like he was saying, as seniors, extend our play time a little bit more, and just keep doing our job just so we can keep winning.
And Trayvon, I want to revisit that touchdown pass one more time. How does it feel for you being a former high school quarterback to get that kind of pass? How long has it been since you had a pass like that?
It felt great. That was the big part with Coach Ham when we talked. He was like, Notre Dame. He's like, you used to be a quarterback, so so I don't know how that happened.
He can throw it better behind his back sometimes.
Yeah, and he's like, I would have rather you threw it behind your back than you threw it how you threw it. But it felt amazing just, getting a passing touchdown instead of like a 2-pointer just because, sometimes I miss my old QB days. So just experiencing another passing touchdown felt amazing.
Coach Hammock, for you, I know you guys have had a little bit of a struggle of winning games at home. What does it mean to win this one at home?
No, yeah, it means a lot. So obviously it was an opportunity today, but when you play these midweek games, the crowd is not, what you would really like. But I love the way our players brought the energy. They had a good look in their eye all week. They practiced extremely well, and they came out in the game and executed really well, especially early. I wanted to take the ball this week, and then at the last minute I told JJ defer. When it started raining the way it rained, so we were able to get a quick 3-and-out, and then obviously they bobbled the punt, so that gave us a lot of momentum for the first half.
And Coach, obviously, you guys are bowl eligible tonight. You get to win at home for a MAC team. And I know Miami's in 6 days, but how do you celebrate for something like this?
Yeah, I hope the players really enjoy it tonight and tomorrow. They'll be off tomorrow, but for us as a coaching staff, we put a day of preparation on Miami before we played Western. We had extra time, so we're a day ahead, and then obviously we have to grind tomorrow to get back on schedule, and then Friday night is a Tuesday practice for us. So I hope they enjoy it, but we got work to do as a coaching staff to put ourselves in position to play well on Tuesday night.
This could go for any or everyone, but in a year that you guys won't compete for the MAC championship, you play a team that's trying to get there next week. What would it mean to get a win against them?
Yeah, let's try to knock them off. I mean, Western was playing for a MAC championship last week, and we put them in a situation. So, we want to win the game, and we want to get the trophy. And so we have to play our best football to get that done.
Anything else for these guys? All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.